5 types of hardware you want to consider for your kitchen cabinets that aren't just a knob. Hi, I'm Tyson, an interior designer here in New York City. I've designed a lot of kitchens. The hardware is one of those things that everyone always likes to focus in on. There's a number of different ways that you can approach it besides just having a knob. So let's get into it. The integrated finger pull. This is integrated into the cabinet face. It's typically painted to match the cabinets. Gives you more of a contemporary. Typically pair this with a slab front. The edge pull. An edge pull is a piece of hardware that fits right over the top edge of your cabinet or your drawer face. I like these to be routed in so they're nice and smooth. Requires a little bit of extra work with the cabinet maker to make sure that happens. They come in a bunch of different metal finishes. For a more contemporary look, you can definitely do them the full width of the drawer or the door face. Just make sure you're measuring them out properly, but they come in a ton of different styles and price points. The cup pull is a favorite. It's a little bit more traditional looking. However, this has a nice closed area up at the top of the cup pull and an area where you can pop your fingers in underneath. This is applied directly to the face of the cabinet, so you don't need to do a lot of pre-planning for it. Typically, these are really good for drawers, not so much for cabinet doors. So you're typically going to want to marry this with another type of hardware in your kitchen. The recessed pull, a really beautiful option, especially if you have really tight clearances in your kitchen. These get recessed into the face of the door or the cabinet. Make sure that you give that information to your cabinet maker or your installer because they're going to want to take care of that off-site. These don't snag onto your belt as you're walking by. Offer a little bit of like a maritime sort of look to them because it is so built in. A really beautiful look, and they come in a lot of different styles. And finally, can't forget the handles. The handles are probably the most common out there. A center to center, and they come in a bunch of different lengths. So you can get them in appliance lengths so that they're a little bit longer, or you can get them a little bit smaller. If you already have handles on your kitchen, this is an easy thing to swap out. What you're going to want to do is take the measurement between the 2 screws on the back. That's going to give you your center to center. Just find something that matches that. Tons of different styles, price points, colors, everything that you could possibly want. A bit more common, so you're able to find them a little bit easier, and they can be installed the day of it. Your installer is not going to want to freak out by having these added on. I hope these help, and saving like this if you're planning a kitchen, you don't want to neglect that hardware, especially if you're going to be doing something that's going to require a little bit of extra brain power from your installer or from your cabinet maker. Comment, let me know if there's anything that I missed or anything you want a little bit more detail on. I'm happy to share.